Yes, we have traffic and accident management. And, it's not going to be us. We have somebody that is in authority to say a whole lot about it. Good morning.
That's in the person of Assistant Corps Commander Lucas Oguntade. He is the Unit Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Mowe Unit Command, Mowe, Ogun State. Good morning and you're welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So when you talk about road traffic management or road traffic accident,
Okay.
These are accidents that occurs on the road, on the highway. Yes. So when it occurs, the process of managing the situations now, don't forget we said there are occurrences that are not being planned for.
Yes.
Yes, there are sudden occurrences that has negative implications. Implications in this case is the inconveniences arising from it, like sustenance of injuries and traffic gridlocks and all that. Now, how do you manage such situations in order to ensure that you resolve the problems attached to it immediately? So that is what we refer to as management of emergency situations.
Okay, in your definition, you talked about the processes and the stages as to traffic management and emergency management. So what are they?
So many steps
to take.
The first one is you check, is the situation, the emergency now, putting lives at risk?
Okay.
If it is a situation that is putting lives at risk, the first thing is, how do you now save the life or the lives that have been threatened?
Okay.
Yes. So it is the life first.
Okay.
You save the lives or you take the people involved out of that situation. So that is the first stage. Then you now go beyond that. Having saved the lives now that have been threatened, you now see how do you now remove, like if there are obstructions that are likely going to result into a secondary occurrence now.
Okay.
Yes. If there is an accident, if it is not managed well, it is likely to result in what we call secondary occurrence. That is secondary crash. So if you have such situation, after saving the lives or removing people that are involved, what is next is how do you now clear probably obstructions or vehicles that are involved. You move them out of the way so that you now create free passage for others.
Now,
Yes.
talking about first aid, I really want to know this. Can anybody apply first aid? Once you see an accident, a lot of people are alarmed. They want to run into helping people. Can anybody administer first aid, or it has to be the FRSC officials alone?
It has to be people that they have the prerequisite knowledge.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you don't have the knowledge, you end up adding to
the problem.
And in that process, even crashes that are not likely to claim lives eventually will result to death of people. Yes. So basically, because of the knowledge that we have acquired, we always advise that if there is a crash like that, naturally you see people that want to, you rush to the scene and to kind of assist people. But they are not trained. If it is not carefully done, it is possible to add to
more casualties.
More casualties.
What has happened.
Yes.
Okay, there are actually situations that would be beyond your control. And how fast is the response from the Federal Road Safety Corps?
Well, normally our response time is under 10 minutes, especially within this axis.
Wow.
Because we are positioned in such a way that now my command, unit command, is at Mowe.
Okay.
We have another outpost at Ibafo. The distance between Mowe and Ibafo is not far. And within Mowe to Ibafo, we have at least about 4 patrol teams, different patrol teams, strategically positioned every day. And between Ibafo and Lagos, you have about 4, 5 again. Okay. So there is no, within this axis, there is no accident you will record that definitely within a space of 10 minutes, our men will not be there.
Okay, now
Yes.
with all of this in place and having men around at every point in time, look at the traffic situation of yesterday. What really happened? What was done about that?
Well, thank you so much. There was control and absolute control.
Okay,
It was not yesterday.
all right.
It happened day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday.
That
and
was
it
on
spilled to yesterday
Wednesday.
morning.
And it was a special situation. Special situation because it involved a tanker carrying PMS.
Yes.
It was just a speeding truck that had infraction with the other tanker. Now, in that process, it left the tank of the tanker opened,
Okay.
and the content now started spilling.
Feeling.
So it was because our men were close to that place.
Okay.
Ordinarily, issues like that involving PMS, you know what would have
Yes.
happened. But because of the quick intervention of our men, they stopped the vehicle and quickly the whole environment cordoned off. We have to stop traffic so that they will not run into the scene to avert possible outbreak of fire.
Fire.
Yes.
You know,
So
and-
because of petrol, you have to stop traffic flow. So that was what we did, and have to divert vehicles away. Totally from that scene.
This same situation of oil spillage, we had it on the Long Bridge some times ago also.
Yeah, I
so
think
what are
last
the
week.
preventive measures to all of this?
Well, the first thing is we carry out enlightenment programs.
Okay.
We make sure we reach out to everybody on the need for you to know what and what to do. It starts from making sure that your vehicle is in a very good condition. So that when you hit the road, there won't be a problem. The moment there is a problem on that vehicle, you cause obstruction, and definitely you disrupt the flow of traffic. So one of those things we do is, apart from the normal enforcement, is make sure you give people real enforcement. We make sure we reach out to them. Not only commercial vehicles, even we extend this enlightenment we talk about to public places, churches, mosques, different gatherings, whereby you can get across to people, everybody that are using the road. We are not limiting it to commercial vehicles alone, because if you limit it to commercial vehicles alone, you realize in 3, 4, 5 years, there are people that will not go to the park to take a commercial vehicle. But if you go to churches, you go to mosques, you meet these people there and you talk to them. And don't forget, the fact that you have acquired a very reasonable level of education does not really come to play when you talk of obeying traffic rules and regulation. And now, when you hit the road, apart from that enlightenment, that is why we maintain a constant presence on the road, so that as you drive, you see men of FRSC at least trying to caution you where you are not supposed to speed, where you are supposed to maintain a particular speed limit, and all that. They make sure you do that. And finally, having given you the enlightenment, and we are always there to make sure that we monitor you on the road. If you now go ahead to violate, that is why the issue of enforcement comes in. Yes.
Now, this enlightenment program, this awareness that you do for people in public places and all, are they free? And how accessible are they? Because I know that when it has to do with all of this awareness, and people are very skeptical about it. Yeah, are they free?
They are free. They are free. You go to parks, what you only beg them for is the attendance. Let them come out to listen to what you have to tell them. You cannot go to, for example, you cannot go to church and you want to go and talk to people, and you are probably asking them that this is what, or demanding. It is free. Everywhere you go, it is free. In fact, giving them that enlightenment is something that can even assist us carrying out our job to make it easy for us. If they know what to do and they are doing it. We have rest of mind carrying out our job on the road. So the enlightenment is free.
Okay.
It's very free, yes.
But is there a particular number you have to call in case of emergency? Or
yes,
accident
our
on the road?
FRS emergency number is 122.
Okay.
It's
122.
122.
Is it
yes.
toll free?
Yes, it's toll free.
Okay.
It's toll free.
And what is the response time? How?
It's immediate. It's always active. It's always active.
Okay.
Yes.
We want to talk about road signs. How accessible is it? How can you understand the road sign? And how many road signs do we even have on our highways, especially on this Lagos-Ibadan expressway?
There are some areas where they are presently accessible.
Okay.
And, because of the ongoing construction. Yes. I think for now, in most of these places, it is after the construction has been completed that you now see these road signs erected. But presently, these major ones we have are the ones warning people about the ongoing constructions. That is telling them where they are approaching a construction site.
Okay.
The need for them to maintain a low level of speed and giving them instructions in respect of the situations on ground as far as the construction is concerned.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a look at some pictures and then tell us what the road signs in the picture would mean.
All right, we have some signs right there.
Traffic signs. The first one is saying winding road.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
That's the first one is telling us the road is not that straight.
Okay.
Yes, it's not that straight.
All
and
right.
there is a way you drive on a straight road. That is, you can maintain a particular level of speed. But when you have a winding road, there is need for you to slow down so that you'll be able to maneuver.
Okay.
And have a free passage and a safe passage.
Okay, so I want to talk about the issue of tankers on the road. Do you feel that they are also contributing to the issue of traffic on the road? Because I've heard Nigerians say, okay, you know what, why not build another road or set another lane for them to pass rather than put them in the midst of vehicles?
Well, what is important is for us to know what we are supposed to do, what we are expected to do, and you do it at the right time.
Okay.
It is not majorly because tankers are on the road, cars are on the road and all that. The road is meant for all of us to use.
All types.
But it is just that many of us are not doing what we are expected to do. If you follow traffic rules and regulations, be it a tanker, be it a bus, be it whatever type of vehicle, there won't be problem.
Okay.
If you are going and you maintain the normal speed limit, you maintain your lane, and you are thinking about the safety of others that are using the road with you, there won't be problem. It is not really the presence of tankers that are issues, but the attitude, our attitude. It is just our attitude that is the problem, not tanker, not car, not because they are jeeps. No.
Is there a way whereby FRSC can make mental evaluation of some of these drivers?
There is something like that we are doing.
Okay. Please enlighten us about it.
Like, apart from when you see people like that, there is a process you take them through.
All right.
Apart from the fact that at the end of it, they go to the bank and pay for their fines. That is fines for driving, or for a dangerous driving or driving violating traffic rules now. You take them through some processes. It is still a process of enlightenment.
All right.
Yes, we have a department that is in charge of that.
Okay.
You don't just walk into the office that you are coming to pay and you pay and go away like that. No, we subject you to a process whereby by the time you make that payment, tomorrow you will not go back and repeat that same thing again. So we have a department. It is still under the enlightenment process, a department for enlightenment
But thank you so much. We've been talking with Assistant Corps Commander Lucas Oguntade. Thank you for coming on the show and shedding so much light on the topic.
Do you like the video you just watched? Then you should click on the like button and move over to click on the subscribe button. Also, you should click on the bell to get notified anytime we drop amazing episodes of Tea or Coffee for you. Adios.